So, today we've covered about the story of Sidna Musa and Harun, okay, and their predicament where they've got to face Fir'aun, okay? There's two surahs that mention a verse that is very, very similar, but the wording's different, and you couldn't pick this up from the translation. He said, Allah orders Harun and Musa to go to Fir'aun and say to him, we are the messengers of your Lord to you. Okay? Now we're going to look at them. You ready? So, in Shu'ara, verse 16, in Surah Shu'ara, he says, Allah says to them, Inna Rasulu Rabbil Alameen. What does that mean? Inna, yeah, we haven't done, inna means verily we. The na, this is inna plus na, which means we. Verily we are the messenger of the Lord. Notice, very strange. Singular. But how many of them are there? Two. No, who are they? Musa and Harun. In Surah Taha, he says, فَقُولَا. He says, so say to him, addressing them as two. Say to them, Inna Rasula Rabbik. See the difference? Now the origin of that is Rasulani. But because it's an idafa construction, you lose the noun. Do you remember that example I did with Muslimuna last week with Gatli? Muslimuna, Gatli. Do you remember? Muslimuna, you knock off the noun. So masculine sound plural, Muslimuna, and dual, Muslimani, if it's the first part of an idafa, what happens? You drop the noun. So that's Rasulani, because it's an idafa construction, a possessive construct, we lose the noun. But notice, so he says, verily we, the two of us, are the two messengers of your Lord, addressing Fir'aun. Why on earth is that got it as singular when it's still two, and that's one? Okay, context. Taha, if we look at this, is Surah Taha, this one. And Surah Shu'ara. In Surah Shu'ara, it mentions all of Musa's anxiety. In Shu'ara, it's talking about how the Prophet, he's worried about the situation, Musa. He says, if I stand before him, I might not speak properly. And I've got all these worries and concerns. And so Allah says, we are the messenger. I unite as if you're united. You are one standing before you. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay? And so in this one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, you are united, you're one in front of the Lord of the worlds when you stand before Fir'aun, as if you're one body, so you're going to be supported. Here, Allah is addressing both of them directly. It's talking about how Musa and Harun's worries together. And so it's addressing that the two of you, and the focus is on Fir'aun here, not Rabbil Alameen, Rabbika. So it's saying to Fir'aun, to say that there's two prophets I've sent to you, so don't reject two. Okay, I'm not just sending one prophet to you, I'm sending two. So Allah brings that as well. That's two. So now in the translation, that's impossible to translate. Here, you can't say we are the messenger, can you? We're going to have to say we are the messengers of the Lord of the worlds. Here, we are the two messengers. Now you can translate that. But why is Allah used singular there? And why is he used dual there? You have to look at the context to appreciate what Allah is trying to express behind those words. Does that make sense? So that's that, okay?